All right, so this is Bolt Action, second edition. The scenario is meeting engagement. And we're having Germans versus Americans. Jeff here. It's a little, hey, say hello, Jeff.
Hello.
Okay. He's playing American paratroopers. All right, so we got a paratrooper machine gun, a squad of paratroopers here, a bazooka team, I think, right?
Bazooka team, correct.
And then another squad of paratroopers. Oh wait, I was mistaken. This is actually a light mortar. Okay, and then that's our that's his half of his army. On my side, I've got a squad of Germans. I'm doing here, not there, but here.
Over there.
So that's a squad of Germans, a squad of Germans here, and then a mortar over here. I'm doing a medium mortar, and Jeff's doing a light mortar. All right, the terrain is that this big mountain is rough terrain, but the cliffs are impassable. The ponds you see are impassable. The wooded areas you see are rough terrain. All the other hills are gentle hills, with the exception of steep areas like this one right here that's denoted as a cliff. So that's impassable on that side, but that shouldn't affect 28 millimeter because it's kind of small. All right, we just finished first turn. We just simply moved our forces onto the table. We're going to begin second turn now. This is second turn. All right, so we had some reserves coming in on the flank, anti-tank gun and some infantry. Jeff had some reserves come in off this table edge.
That came in on the flank.
And this came in on the flank. So this will be a duel of anti-tank guns, apparently. And then in the middle, this guy's didn't take any fire at all.
They did. Did they take a casualty?
They did. They took a casualty and they got a pin. These guys, they took a couple of casualties from the Panther that came in the middle.
And they got
by an HE round that fired into that squad. And then that squad in the woods moved forward. The bazooka team ran around the mountain. They probably saw the Panther in the distance coming up. They're like, oh, we better get to a ambush position. The mortar team up here took some fire from the Sherman that came on this flank here. So they got a pin marker. Yep, no. They got a casualty.
No, they took a pin marker. I don't think
they got a they got a.
Hit them and then only took. They take a casualty.
Yeah, they took a casualty and then they just took a pin marker. The Saga dice are casualty markers for my Crusader weapons that are on multiple miniatures per stand. So there we are at turn 2.
And the chips didn't do anything.
Nope. The end of turn 3. Okay, so what we have on this side of the table is the Germans failed to rally, so they went down because of the pin markers, and then the Americans let loose and
killed a few guys.
Killed a couple guys down here and caused more morale. Pin markers there. These guys advanced forward, but didn't do anything because they ran. So did the first lieutenant. The American squad over there took more shots, but this time from the German squad here and the Panther. So they took one casualty, so they're down to 6 guys, and they got a pin. Now these guys here in the middle, they took a casualty from the Americans that are just got to the edge of the forest over there. So they are starting to play. Now the mortar team up on the mountain got killed before it could react by the Sherman that just opened up an Alpha Strike on it. Then these bazooka team is sneaking around the side of the mountain in hopes to someday do something to this panther. So something I got to think about. All right, so that's the end of turn 3. All right, turn 4. Some developments here. I believe things are happening here on this side. The Americans wiped out this squad here of infantry and shut down the fire of this anti-tank gun, pretty much, because it's completely pinned.
I took 3 casualties.
They took 3 casualties, but not from the AT gun, but from this fresh squad that came up here. So that's where they're coming from. So that squad is a little bit diminished, but still pretty darn strong.
Those clowns went down.
These guys here, they failed their pin check, even though they have only 1 pin marker on them. But
These guys passed with Tiger Fear.
yeah, those guys, they passed because I'd been pounding on them with the machine gun from the Panther. And then these guys over there, they weren't able to hit anything. They were shooting at that squad there.
They're pepper firing the hill.
And then just a move order for the bazooka and the Sherman. They're trying to get in position to sweep around, possibly whip around the flank of the Panther, or so I can't ignore that Sherman coming up. So that's the end of turn 4. Turn 5. All right, so here we go. We have on this side of the table, the American squad got chopped up, but they're still in the fight. This AT gun got shut up too. These guys are unscathed. Now in the middle, the German squad got shot up, but they were unable to do anything in return to those 2 American squads. The Panther moved up after being shot at by the bazooka team on the hill and missed the Sherman. So overall, a favorable turn for the Americans and a shitty turn for the Germans. So that's the end of turn 5. Turn 6. So on this side here, the Germans laid fire on them, but didn't really have any effective fire. But the Americans fired back and put some pin markers on them, and also made these guys so scared that they ran back.
They foobarred.
They foobarred.
They rolled double 6s.
And the foobar was so traumatic that the one gunner left was able to actually heft the entire Pac 40 gun and run it back.
We're not sure on that rule. We'll have to look it up. I don't think one guy can move a gun. Oh, well.
All right, so on this one here, the drama that happened here was the Americans got the draw first.
Kill the Panther!
Got the bazooka team to fire into the side of the Panther, and the Panther died before I was able to activate the Panther. So that was pretty much what sealed this.
It was the highlight of the game.
Sealed the fate here. With the Panther no longer a threat, the Sherman moved forward, and all these 2 squads are just chewing on these guys here. But still, there's not much help for them. So that is game, because we rolled a 1 on the turn 6 roll counter, and that was definitely an American victory. Because I think it's a shutout, actually. I don't think I destroyed a single dice of the Americans. So
yeah.
So there it is. American have won.
Yay! Airborne for the win.